Venture capitals and public funding authorities need to carefully consider the incentive issues of entrepreneurs when providing support. In allocating resources to potentially competing innovators, there is a trade-off between the risk of innovation failure and rent dissipation. Diverse investment lowers the risk of having no successful innovation but also reduces the expected profit from the post-innovation market.
Smart cities are emerging as major engines for deploying intelligent systems to enhance urban development. Developing economies facing rapid urbanization and technological change through cities are being built with smart technologies and ideals, complete with business districts and residential facilities to entice businesses and talents to relocate. Governments tout the potential such greenfield smart cities for innovation and sustainability.
China's Belt and Road Initiative is enhancing development prospects and creating new business opportunities in Asia, one of the world's most dynamic regions. Announced in 2013, it is an ambitious plan to promote economic cooperation with countries around the world that has increasingly defined mainland China's global engagement. The official goals are to promote connectivity and policy coordination, facilities connectivity, unimpeded trade, financial integration and people
After a pandemic with major social and economic consequences, emerging and developing countries need to swiftly address a two-pronged policy objective: sovereign debt sustainability and being able to fund investment, especially investment with high economic and social returns. So far, the international community has alleviated the liquidity strain among developing countries and quickened the mobilization of financial resources.
Many stakeholders are concerned that Hong Kong is losing its competitive edge. A recent research report finds that non-positive interventionism no longer works and Hong Kong's research funding model needs improvement. Hong Kong should rejuvenate technology development through high-level government leadership by informing government decision-making with professional and technical expertise, nurturing human capital and technological talent, and facilitating innovation collaboration.
Environmental, individual, and social traits of free-ranging raccoons influence performance in cognitive testing. Shy raccoons are better learners than bold ones, a result that has implications for our relationship with urban wildlife.
Researchers found that couples with higher satisfaction in relationship had greater neural synchronization while watching marriage-related clips, but they don't know whether there is selection-based behaviors arising from similar brain activity, or whether couples evolve over time to develop it.
Association between meat's diet and depression. Participants who excluded meat from their diet were found to have a higher prevalence of depressive episodes as compared to participants who consumed meat. This association is independent of socioeconomic, lifestyle factors, and nutrient deficiencies.
COVID-19 pandemic is linked to early onset of puberty in some girls. Several studies suggest that the number of girls starting puberty early has more than doubled amid the coronavirus outbreak, and experts are unsure about exactly why.
Every few seconds, our eyelids automatically shutter and our eyeballs roll back in their sockets. So why doesn't blinking plunge us into intermittent darkness and light? New research shows that the brain works extra hard to stabilize our vision despite our fluttering eyes. When our eyeballs roll back in their sockets during a blink, they don't always return to the same spot when we reopen our eyes.
The wonderful framework of mature trees creates a secluded, enclosed atmosphere that unites a great variety of plantings to inspire visitors in all seasons. Spring in the garden is marked by leafing up and flowering of trees and the eruption of the flowers in the bulb meadows and woodland understory.
Films can be compelling when used well. They have the power to change people's perspectives and outlook on life. When we consider it in education, it has become one of the ideal teaching methods for various reasons. It helps motivate learners to be more productive and look on a positive side of life.
Locomotion underpins a limitless array of animal behaviors and can be a rich source of inspiration for the design of modern machines. Movement requires mechanical interaction with the physical environment to monitor and control musculoskeletal systems that may be complex with many degrees of freedom. Recent advances in robotics have proven to be powerful in broadening our understanding of how animals run in a controlled manner.
Beauty is subjective, and as such it of course cannot be defined in absolute terms. But we all know or feel when something is beautiful to us personally, and in such instances, methods of physics and network science can be used to quantify and help us better understand what it is that evokes that pleasant feeling.
Climate change and biodiversity decline are major challenges of our time. Both are predominantly caused by human activities, with profound consequences for people and the ecosystems on which we depend. Some actions we can undertake are beneficial in both areas, helping to mitigate and adapt to climate change as well as conserve and restore biodiversity.
Electric vehicles have arrived. With technology led by Tesla, and all of the world's major car manufacturers following along behind, electric vehicles are now a common sight on the roads of most developed countries. Yet the situation in less developed countries is rather different. The only African country to have started the change to electric vehicles is South Africa.
Neutron stars, the compressed remains of massive stars gone supernova, are the densest normal objects in the known universe. Black holes are technically denser, but far from normal. Just a single sugar cube worth of neutron star material would weigh 100 million tons here on Earth, or about the same as the entire human population.
The ice house structures, of which four still remain intact, are located south of Sultan Kala. These large, conically domed earthen structures would have had sheets of ice built up on the ground level over the course of the winter to provide year-round ice supplies.
Prevailing winds are winds that blow from a single direction over a specific area of the Earth. Areas where prevailing winds meet are called convergence zones. Generally, prevailing winds blow east-west rather than north-south. This happens because Earth's rotation generates what is known as the Coriolis effect. The Coriolis effect makes wind systems twist counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere.
A simple barometric altimeter includes a sealed metal chamber, a spring, and a pointer that shows altitude in meters or feet. The chamber expands as air pressure decreases and contracts as it increases, bending the spring and moving the pointer. An altimeter can be mounted on an aircraft's instrument panel or worn on a person's wrist.